I'm going to install this DIY security system in under 1 hour, and guess what? You can too. See, gone are the days of needing expensive installers. Everything's wireless, the app's free, there's no subscription fees on this system, the Guardfather security system. I'm going to take you with me and we're going to install each bit piece by piece so you can get a feel for it. Starting with the control panel, the brains of the system. Come on, let's go. By the way, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Simon from Simon Security Expert. It's great to have you here. We're installing the Guardfather security system, a DIY security system you can fit yourself. And we're going to start with the control panel. Now, the control panel is the only part of the system that isn't wireless. All the detectors off it are wireless. So simply to install it, all you're going to do is plug it in and then plug in the Ethernet cable into the router. So here's the plug. Plug it straight into the socket just in there and switch that on. Bring the cable round. Plug it into the back just there, get the Ethernet cable, plug that into the back just there, and pop this into the back of the router. So there's our panel with power and now with its internet. You've got the green light showing it's all working. So go onto the Guardfather app, and when you made your account, you can see here, it says add a panel, no panel yet. So click add panel. Let's just put the panel name in as home, and it says enter ID. Now you can type this, or you can use the scanner and simply scan the code that's on the back. So now all I have to do is click confirm, success, panel's now added. And there's the panel right there, ready to add a load of devices. So that's it. That's the panel all done. How easy was that? We're talking, what, 30 seconds? Right, let's go and install some devices together. So something that you're pretty much always going to want to protect on any security system is your front door. And opening contact works amazing for that. It's just so when the door opens, the system knows that the front door's been opened. It also starts your entry and exit times as well and things like that. So basically what we'll do with this is use the sticky backs provided, put one side on the frame and one side on the door and just stick them on. So here we go. Let's stick one side to the frame. We'll go for right there. My frame's a bit of a weird shape as well, you know, with the architrave, but it still works absolutely fine. If we just hold that on there for a few seconds so it gets a good adhesion, and then we'll just peel back the 3M sticky back off the back of the magnet. So this one's for the other side. We'll put this on the door, throw that off, and put that just there. Now, they don't have to be right on top of each other. You can have a bit of a gap between them. That's absolutely fine. And now it's time to add that as a device onto our system. So it's all app-based. So literally just click on add device, add sub-device, and here we go. The panel's already selected as home. If we enter the name as front door, enter ID. So where are we going to get the ID from? It's on the back just there. Scan that barcode. Boom, that's got that. That just slides back on. Select room. So we'll add a room, and we'll add the room just as home. Always recommend adding that as the room. So we can select that. Select group, we'll add a group, put the group as alarm devices. Adding separate groups gives just a bit more flexibility to the system if you ever did want to add specific groups for specific areas. Click alarm devices, now we're going to click confirm. Right, now it's asking me to learn on the device. So you see that button just there? We're just going to press and hold there. And there we go, that's learned onto the system. All done, front door, bosh. There we go. We're going to be well under an hour. I probably should have said about 30 minutes, to be honest. But anyway, don't need those installers anymore, guys. You can do it yourself. You can just do this. It's dead easy. Right, let's go and do the keypad next, because the keypad's really stylish. I love it. So have you ever seen those minging old skanky keypads that people have for their alarm systems in their house, and they look a bit of a mess? That was a real thought when designing this system. You made a nice touchscreen keypad. Looks like a feature rather than like a negative of your house. It needs to be stylish. This is modern times. People want things that look nice. Again, really easy to fit, so we'll walk through it now. Now you will get screws and raw plugs that are provided in the box, but again, this is another one you can just stick. So using the 3M sticky backs, you can peel that off, stick that to the back, and once you've done that, you can stick it to the wall. So as you can see here, this one's got the sticky backs on the back, and all you do when you've got them is just push it against the wall and just do it for about 10 seconds, and that is going to be solid as a rock, and that is not going anywhere. It's absolutely solid. And then simply get your keypad. The batteries are in the back, so put the batteries in. Batteries come provided, they're inside, and you've also got that sneaky barcode there at the top. So what we're going to do, just the same as always, we're going to click add device, add sub device. We've already got the panel as home. let's just call this one the hall keypad, because you could have multiple keypads if you wanted to. You know, you had one in the bedroom and things like that. Enter ID. Again, just doing the same thing. Just scan it and it puts it in there. Select room, and we're going to put that as home. And then when I click confirm, all I'm going to want to do is push these two buttons at the bottom. Success. It's all learnt on. That's it. It's done. So you get that there, pop it into place. And that is your keypad installed. And look how nice it looks, just being a nice touchscreen keypad. So much better than, say, this one. Sorry, Texacom, but, you know, let's be honest. Quick interruption to sell you a VPN. I'm joking. Don't worry. No one's selling a VPN here. Unless the alarm, you know, stops selling, and then, well, I might have to. Anyway, I'm just in the edit at the moment. I thought it was just be important to let you know about the technical support that you'll receive. If you do get a system and need any assistance at all, I'm here all the time to make sure you're happy and you know how to set it up and you're comfortable. That is something that's really, really, really important to me. And that's why we're verging on, I think it's just teetering on 30 Trustpilot reviews now, but every single review is 5-star, and people have been really happy with any support that they've required, any assistance they've needed, and that's what it's all about, making sure you're comfortable with the system. So if you are wondering if you'd be left alone or anything, if you bought the system and then you'd be left to fend for yourself, even though it's very straightforward to set up and I've got videos displaying how to do everything, don't worry, you won't be. If you need me, I'm here. Now, back to the video. So now it's time to do a fun one with a motion sensor. Now, for all of you with a keen eye, or maybe someone who's seen me install one in here already, there's 2 holes here from where the back plate was already put on. But since I'm doing a video to give you a feel for the system, I'm going to drill another couple of holes because, you know, we're timing it to see how long it takes, and also, what's 2 more holes in my house? They're everywhere. The easiest way to start with your motion sensor is with your bracket, attach your bracket into the slot and slide it down so that's all connected. And then with this back piece here, just pull it off, because then we can mark the wall with this, put this on, and then just push that into place. So first thing, put the bracket on, mark the wall. Now you can either do this with like a screwdriver, or maybe just do it with a Sharpie or a pencil, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Now we've marked the wall, so we know where to drill out to. Quick tip, guys, when you are drilling, put something underneath, just like a little box, because then it just catches the dust. You're going to want a 7mm drill bit. And if you're wondering what this box is, well, yes, it is for camera integration. That's in its final stages on this system now. So cameras will be launching very soon. So let's just drill this out. Now the raw plugs come provided, so pop them into the slot just there. You know, they come with the motion sensor and the screws as well, of course. Put them in and just screw that up nice and tight. There's 2. So now the back plate's all done. Let's just learn on the device onto the system. Look, I'm pretty certain you know exactly what I'm going to do now, but let's click add device, add sub device. We've already got the panel selected as home. Enter name as the kitchen. Enter ID. Use the barcode scanner. It's on the top just there. Scans the barcode. Select room, home. Select group, alarm devices, confirm. So where's the button to learn this on? It's just the LED just there. So we press and hold that. Success, and now it's learnt on. Another device, done and dusted. Well, almost. We just got to mount it on its bracket. Right, let's do that. Now it's just time to pop this into the slot. So all you do is put that in there, push it in. That's it, you're done. Now the great thing is, because its housing is on a ball joint, you can move it around, so you can point it in the direction you want it to be going, depending on where you want it to be looking. Now, quick tip with motion sensors, because people often get this wrong, they think that you need to point it down towards the ground. Don't worry, they do that automatically. Just have it so the bottom is level, you know, so it's just the bottom is level with the floor. It looks down automatically. This is especially important if you're enabling the pet-friendly sensor. So these motion sensors are pet-friendly up to 35 kilograms, but if you point it down, okay, it's harder for it to work and it will still trigger. Now, so if you're using it with a pet-friendly feature, make sure the bottom is level. It's still going to see everything perfectly, but it just allows you to have your pet running around without it triggering. On to the next. Hope you're enjoying this video, guys. I certainly enjoy making them for you. Just while I get the next sensor ready to go and fit in the living room, just want to say a special thank you to everyone who's bought a DIY Guardfather security system off me already. You have no idea how much it means. We've been running for just coming up to a year now in terms of selling the products. It's going great. We're here for the long term. Really appreciate it. And I really appreciate anyone who just watches the videos, where they just watch them, like them, comment, even those who dislike the videos, honestly. Thank you all, really appreciate it. The channel's at 1,500 subscribers now, which is incredible. I appreciate you all for being here. Right, let's move on to the next sensor. And just to make anyone hungry who's watching this, look what I've got for my nighttime snack tonight. Homemade cookies with minstrels and chocolate chip. Oh my God, I cannot wait for them. So you've already seen me knock one of those sensors up already, and you could do this yourself now in 2 minutes for a sensor. So for this bit, I'm going to quickly put the sensor up, and we're going to talk about sensor placement. These are like pro expert tips, so you know how to design it for your own home. So I'll knock this up quickly, and then we'll talk about it. So same process again. You're just going to want to mark the wall where you want to fit your backplate. Pop in your oil plugs, just the same as before. Screw up the backplate. Learn on the detector. Lounge, ID, same old story. Scan that, select room, home, select group, alarm devices, confirm, press the button. Success, all done. Let's just pop this into place. Ooh. How nice does that look, by the way? Modern, clean, nice motion sensor that is, with a beautiful logo, Guardfather logo, if I do say so myself. So here's some tips and tricks of the trade. Why have I chosen this corner for my motion sensor? Instead of putting the motion sensor here, for example, well, it's because in this corner here, you can see out that door, which means the sensor could see out of this door. And that means that the sensor could see out into the hallway. Now, you don't want one sensor really looking into two separate different rooms, different spaces. It's different if it's like a kitchen diner and it's all one area, but you want one sensor to just cover one room, which is why putting the lounge sensor here is best, because it just protects this room and this room only. So I know, say, if that sensor causes an alarm because, say, someone's broken in through that window, I know someone's entered through the lounge area rather than not knowing if they've come in through the lounge, through the hallway. That separation just makes your life a little bit easier, a little bit better knowledge. If anything comes through on the app, you know the area it's going to, and it's easier to program as well. So for our last motion sensor, we're going to put it in this space here. This is one of the most overlooked spaces in security, and I see it all the time. Right, so what area are we in now? Well, there's the bathroom, for example. There's bedrooms. We're on the landing area. People often only alarm downstairs. But here's the thing, burglars will sometimes use flat roofs to jump onto, to break into upstairs bedroom windows when they say no, the family are out. Therefore, they've got the run of the whole upstairs if you don't protect it with a motion sensor in this area, for example. And where'd you keep all your valuables? Upstairs in your bedrooms, isn't it? Your nice jewelry, your watches and things like that, often kept in a bedroom. Don't let them have free roam of upstairs. Put a motion sensor up there. And I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, oh, well, what about if I want to use the alarm at night? I don't want to have a motion sensor. I can't get up and go to the toilet. Don't worry. The system's set up so you can have a stay set, a stay arm, which means it knows automatically to emit the landing sensor. So instead of pressing arm, you press stay and the system goes, okay, they're at home. Emit the landing sensor. Right, let's whiz that one up quickly because I've got something so cool to show you. We're going to fit an external sounder together too, but I've got a surprise at the end as well, which is this piece of equipment I absolutely love and just love showing people. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to get this one up and then we're going to go and show you the sounder and then show you the surprise. Right, let's go. So now guys, we're on to the external sounder. This is the visual deterrent, the amazing thing for any of the burglars looking at your property. They can see a visual deterrent, they know you've got a working alarm system, and they hopefully stay well away. So basically we want to mount it on this wall. Now, you might see some holes here that I've already drilled. They were drilled on at an earlier time because I've actually fitted this sounder before. So rather than drill even more holes in my external wall, I'm just hoping we can add on about 4 minutes, you know, for drilling, which I'll do at the end when it comes to timing it. Just imagine I've just drilled them out, and then in the pack with your external sounder, you get your plugs. So let's pop them into place. Now let's bring you here and we'll fit it together. So here's the back plate that we're going to screw to the wall. Obviously screws and raw plugs provided, just like with everything else. So let's put this up. And by the way, guys, if you are interested in this system, head to the website. I'll put the link in the description. You can go and have a look and you can build your own system from scratch. So now we've got the back plate on, add device, as always, add sub device, enter name. Let's put this one on as rear sounder. Enter ID, scan the barcode on the back, select room, home, confirm. Now it just wants us to hold this button here. Success. And there's our rear sounder right there. With full signal, by the way, and our hub is out in the front room in the lounge in that corner. And this is our rear sounder on full signal. Signal range is great. So let's now pop this up into place. All it does is simply slides on. So you put it on and it slides down, and the LEDs will blink just as you saw to let you know it's been fitted properly. And you'll also get a constant flashing blinking LED, so anyone looking at the alarm will see these blink every few seconds, and it'll just show that great visual deterrence of a working alarm system, because a lot of sounders, when they're wireless, they don't have those blinking LEDs, and I think that's a really negative security feature. You want to have the blinking LEDs because it shows burglars you've got a working alarm system, and it's much more, you know, obvious at night time especially. Now, I said that I wanted to show you something cool, didn't I? So I'm going to show you something really, really cool, okay? Watch this. How far am I away from the house now? Maybe 15 meters at this point. Imagine a burglar trying to get close and this happens. I'm sorry, but how cool is that? It's an external motion sensor. So I set the alarm from the app, walked towards the house, it triggered the alarm before I was anywhere near the property. Look, back gardens are places where a lot of burglaries happen because they'll jump over, say, a back fence, and they know they've got more coverage, so they'll break in through back patio doors, through back windows, things like that to get access to the house. You have a motion sensor in your back garden that's spotting someone from up to 12 meters away, and the alarm triggers just like it did then. They've got no chance. External motion sensor, it's on the Guardfather security system. It's an absolutely great piece of kit, and just so you know, animals and stuff don't trigger it. Don't worry, it doesn't get set off by foxes, dogs, cats, and all things like that. Sometimes people worry about that, but no, it's absolutely spot on. But yeah, I just think that's so cool. What an install. And it's took me 51 minutes plus the 4 minutes that we added on for the drilling outside for the sounder. But don't forget, guys, with that system that it's took me in total 55 minutes to set up, the majority of that time has actually been moving the camera around and filming it, so it'll take you with me so you could see it. Realistically, to box that off, I could have had that done in 20 minutes, and you can too. It's all part of the Guardfather security system. If it's something that you'd be interested in the DIY security system, I'll leave a link to the website in the description. It's www.guardfather.co.uk. There's the products we've installed today. There's extra products on the website as well. Also, there's a SIM slot just here, so you can have a SIM with the system as well, just so it's got another line of communication. We do sell SIMs, but you don't have to use our SIM. That's the thing. We wanted to have it functionality so that people weren't necessarily tied to us. You can put your own SIM in there and that will work too. So if you're interested in a security system and you want to take control of your own security, head to the website, and if you've got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them too. Now, there's one thing that I'm in control of right now, are these cookies. So I'm gonna have my coffee, eat a cookie, and then relax. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.